Make no mistake, they were prepared to execute him.
I've sold more million-dollar bunkers in the last year than I've ever sold in my life.
The president was shooting bombs overseas.
I don't think there's anything going to get me in heaven. Okay, I really don't. I think I'm not maybe heaven bound.
Hey, Segovia, back with another one. Make sure you guys watch from start to finish. As y'all know, that helps the channel grow. But with that being said, let's go and get into it. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show.
Once again, for all of my guests inside the Haunted Mansion, we can no longer assist you at this time. We ask that you hop out of your buggy and find the nearest exit. If you can, there is a latch on the left-hand side that you can press down to open the clamshell.
Okay. To the left.
All right, so I can't be the only one who saw that trending Haunted Mansion evacuation video and thought it was fake, right? If you don't know what I'm talking about, last week a video came out. People were being evacuated on Haunted Mansion. They turned on the lights and the cast members pretty much just let them fend for themselves. I saw this video right away and just assumed, oh, this is obviously AI, right? Like most things nowadays on the internet, you just can't believe anything anymore. But more and more people kept sending it to me. I kept rewatching it, looking for flaws, looking for stuff that just didn't seem right. But I think it might have been real. It seems fake, it looks fake, it sounds fake, but it's actually a very rare occurrence where there's basically an emergency evacuation and the cast members, they also have to evacuate. They can't be going back inside to help the guests. I believe this happened because of a small fire that broke out. So the cast members went over the intercom and told them to evacuate, follow the signs. And that's the video you see of people just walking around the cemetery scene of the Haunted Mansion.
Take a look at this beautiful world that we exist in. It's no longer nature. We all know that. We now drive cars. We now spend our time in boxes called homes. We go to places like stores. And it's common fact that this world that we live in is powered by our five senses. It's powered by what we see. It's powered by what we taste, what we hear, what we feel, you know what I'm saying, what we smell. And that is basically what constructs our reality. And it's a shame that this is all we see, guys. This is all we see. And people say it all the time. People say that we live in a multiverse. There are different universes happening simultaneously. And right now, a lot of people are really down to earth. This is all they see. All they know is the Matrix.
You know what's even more crazier though? Like everything we do is getting the rich and powerful more rich and powerful. Order everything on Amazon. We go to the grocery store to get our food. We go put gas. We pay our cell phone bill. We pay our electricity. We pay everything. Everything we're doing in life is only making the richer rich and making us like more broke. But we need it to survive. See how smart and freaking demonic that is? Like things that should be free, like electricity, like water. You know, like everything they charge us for to live, shelter, food, right? It should be free. That's the Matrix.
What do you think the ocean is?
The ocean is probably, for one, yes, space, because we actually know more about space than the ocean. Deep sea exploration, we're always finding out new fish and new species and whatnot. I mean, how is it that certain species like the jellyfish can live forever? Sounds like an alien.
Sound crazy,
right? All these things, and then the ocean, definitely like space. When we have the internet running down there, we have deep sea cables literally that run from east to west that connect all of us. And that's in the ocean. What else is down there if they're running the internet? We have the internet down there that literally, if you sever these cords, no internet. So you guys constructed that. What else is really down there? A lot of language that we use is based on water. You put your money into a bank, like a river. Currency, like a current that flows. So these are all languages or words of water. So maritime admiralty law is what we base our monetary system on. or essentially our monetization of ourselves, because they all monetize us.
This was a plan that they wrote for Netanyahu in 1996, and this is when he's incoming to be Prime Minister of Israel for the first time. It's an article about how they thought that it would be smart to get rid of Saddam Hussein in Iraq, because then that would give Jordan and Turkey dominance in Iraq, and then that would separate Iran from Syria and Iran from Hezbollah, and make Hezbollah stop being enemies with Israel and start being friends, and build a pipeline to Haifa and all this crap. It's completely stupid, but they believed it. And then comes Wesley Clark within 2 months after September 11th. He goes to the Pentagon, and he doesn't say the name of the guy. I think it's a military officer. He says, you should know that they're talking about, we're going to attack Iraq. And he says, Iraq? Why? Because he knows that Saddam is friends with Osama. And then he comes back a couple of weeks later, and the same guy says, hey, there's this memo, and it says that they want to hit 7 countries in 5 years. So it's Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Iran. This is the Likud's hit list. So this is, essentially Israel's marching orders. And this is coming from the Office of the Secretary of Defense, which is staffed by Donald Rumsfeld and his Deputy Secretary of Defense, Paul Wolfowitz. This was the neoconservative network that lied us into war.
Today,
So does that mean no more war? Right? Iran was the checkmate. Is that it? World peace now? We get to travel the world now without looking over our shoulders?
I can
Nope.
announce
Be another war next week.
that the government will ban access to social media for all children under the age of 16. Social media is making children unhappy. It's making it easier for bullies to harass and abuse them. And it could even be harming their mental health, exposing them to content that is dangerous, because that's what grabs the attention. It's designed to be addictive.
It's demonic.
What do you guys think of that? We have a lot of UK watchers out there in the K family. What do you guys think of this? What do you think? Like, should we let government parent our kids when parents ain't really parenting their kids, are not on top of what they're watching? They're not on top of what they're doing on their phones all day, right? They just think my little child is an angel and can do no wrong. Like, what do you guys think, especially you guys in the UK? What do you think with this? You guys for it? You against it? Let me know down below.
We had a guy, I worked with him very closely, for a super smart guy, great guy, awesome dude, awesome. And he got possessed by a demon. He started speaking in tongues. He knew everything about everybody. He could speak different languages. He knew everything about everybody's life. He knew all their sins. He knew all the sins people did, even from their childhood.
There is a giant footprint in Iraq and they put it in the floor of the hotel. They're like, yeah, but there's giant tracks all over this place.
I'm sorry, but that girl who died at the bungee jumping accident in Brazil, I've watched that video 17 different angles and ways, not because I wanted to, but because it just kept coming across my FYP.
Yeah, I saw the whole thing.
And I'm sorry, but that looked premeditated. That looked planned. That did not look like an accident. These people have been doing this for years. It is their job. It is their business. And no one noticed that the rope that keeps you from dying wasn't attached to her harness. No one. Nobody in the crowd. No one that worked there. No one who was filming.
That's true, because she was there with friends, right? You don't go do something like that by yourself. Friends or family. You're with somebody. You're not going out there by yourself to do something like that, right? So she had her friends back there. And what's crazy is, like, the workers didn't know nothing. Like, I don't know what this is. It doesn't look like the nicest setup, right? So it looks like it's pretty janky. It looks like, judging from the outside looking in, it looks like you can throw these guys $1,000 and they're going to do what you say, right? That's what it looks like. The bridge looks terrible condition. The rope is janky. It just doesn't look like a high-class setup, right? That's just me looking at it. But if you notice when you watch it, right when they throw her off, somebody says, I don't know what it means. I just saw what the subtitle says, like, gente. I don't know what that means, y'all. Let me know down below. I don't hablo. I'm one of those Mexicans. But right when he threw it, like, right. So it's like this guy who said that knew there was no cord. Didn't run up and stop him, nothing. Just let it go. So there is something fishy about it. Like, it looks like they can probably just pay those guys, I don't know, $10,000 to do what they want to do. And they're going to do it, y'all. That's what it looks like to me.
All the different angles of people that were filming, no one once said, hey, girl, no, you got no cord. Nope. They just picked her up, and Supermaned her right off the edge of a cliff, and she died immediately when she hit the ground. And it's all on film, and I've seen it so many times. I don't recommend watching it, but if you do see it, God, her name was Maria. She died on impact. She was 21 years old. 21. She hadn't even started life yet. It's a really sad story. Two of the guys that you literally see just throwing her off Superman style ran into the woods. They found them later. 6 people have been arrested for negligent homicide, I believe is what they said. It's just crazy. Like, I've jumped off the stratosphere here in Vegas 10 times. Love it. So much fun. It's a controlled fall. I never wanted to bungee jump, and this just confirms that I never will. But God rest her soul. God rest her, or God be with her family. This is just a really sad story. So just be aware of your surroundings, and be aware of your friends and family and the people you love surrounding.
Yeah, be careful with the people you're with, y'all. Those are the ones that, those friends around you, usually 9 times out of the 10, are the ones that get you. They can get close to you. I wonder if it's really like that, y'all, or is that just what they tell us? You know? Like, do we really know? Is that lady that came out of there on podcasts, is she legit? They got cars, looks like an active community. Everyone's lean. There's no fat people. I don't know. What do you guys think? You think that's a big old psyop just for us to start wars? I don't know.
Listen to what he said.
Yeah, finally, some normal food. I'm in America for the World Cup and trying Chick-fil-A for the first time. We've got a spicy chicken burger, fried potatoes, and a Coke Zero. Let's dig in, shall we? Oh my days. Get in!
Hands down, the best thing on social media right now is Europeans discovering American food. I told y'all we do everything better. You got this girl right here that says she's hooked on American condiments. She called it crack. She said she won't ever be able to live without it again. You had another guy that went to Raising Cane's for the first time, and he act like this was the best food he ever had in his whole entire life. And now I gotta ask the question, what are they really eating on the other side of the world? They food must not have no seasoning. It must not have no substance because they loving this shit.
Right, time.
Look at this.
Son. Raising Cane's, baby. We America. We in the States. We in the States.
It's just chicken. But watch when he takes that cane sauce.
It's not just chicken. It's chicken with 30,000 ingredients in it. Maybe over there they have chicken with like 5 all natural ingredients, how it's supposed to be. But I think I found a good video topic for our next video on our second channel, y'all. Let me know down below if you want to see Europeans trying American food.
Cane sauce? KFC in the USA. Crazy. Let me dip it in the cane sauce like I see on TikTok. Oh my gosh. That sauce bowl was crazy.
Big old drink.
Look.
You know what?
Look.
Don't let me guess this, no.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay. What the fuck?
Pilot ejected, I'm guessing.
Oh my gosh!
Who do you think the most angelic artist and the most demonic artist?
Angelic. Probably some of the music that I listen to.
Yeah, I feel that.
I can't play a song though.
Like, do you think like Miley Cyrus is like angelic?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Would you say she's like the most demonic though?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like there's a scale.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Katy Perry is very demonic. Taylor Swift.
She's the most demonic?
Yeah.
Who's the most angelic?
I don't know.
Like, is it like the Christian artist?
Yeah.
Like of like the mainstream artists?
Not none of the mainstream ones.
None of them?
No.
Well, like if you had to pick one, who would you
One
say
of
the most
them,
angelic?
Justin Bieber.
He's most angelic?
Yeah.
Okay, so Bieber most angelic, Swift.
Oh,
most...
Lauryn Hill. I love Lauryn Hill.
Oh, so Lauryn Hill is the most angelic, and
No.
then oh,
They're like equal.
okay, so they're equal. Lauryn Hill and Bieber are the most angelic, but then like Taylor Swift is the most demonic.
And Beyonce.
And Beyonce.
Yeah. And Katy Perry.
Oh, and Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to think. Who do I?
Why
What
people hold their
I'm trying to
mic
think.
like
Yeah,
that.
what would you? Who's your favorite, least favorite?
My favorite artist.
Oh.
I mean, I really love Ice Spice. I think she's very angelic. I love Dua Lipa. I think she's very angelic. I love Miley Cyrus. I think.
I love Miley.
I love Madonna.
Oh yeah, Madonna. Oh.
I really like.
I actually met her in New York.
Oh yeah, how was meeting Madonna?
I don't even know if I met her, but she was over here and I was over there.
Oh, crazy! Where'd you see her?
She was like with some young guy.
Enjoy the fight. Don't worry about the price of bread. Enjoy the fight. Don't worry about the price of bread. Let's celebrate my wealth and power. Let's celebrate my wealth, power, and my birthday. Let's use the fights to distract Romans from corruption. Let's use the fight to distract Americans from corruption.
I can go on for days and days, y'all. It was embarrassing to be an American.
Gloves right here.
Terrible.
I was deciding to just do a little different trail. And I bumped into this little scene right here. And I don't know what this is. This isn't the Phoenix, North Phoenix show. And I want to know if somebody heard about this.
North Phoenix.
Why is there yellow tape up? Did anybody hear about this on the news? Clearly, it looks like somebody is camping out right here. But why is the caution tape up? Oh, it stinks. It stinks, you guys. Really bad. Oh, it stinks. Oh.
I've sold more $1 million bunkers in the last year than I've ever sold in my life. I mean, right now, I've got 60 active projects. The largest project we're working on right now is 40,000 square feet, about $30 million.
A 40,000 square foot bunker sounds excessive.
These people that buy those bunkers, like if it really hits the fan, they're not going to survive. The only ones that are going to survive are the trillionaire bunkers that have access to that real underground bunker where they have all the seeds, where they have that go into the mountains, and like we don't have access to that. All these little millionaires that are building 40,000 square foot bunkers, like you're going to run out of access to food, y'all. Like this end of the world, it's not going to be. My theory is the ocean becomes land and the land becomes ocean. And it's like that for hundreds and thousands of years. That's my theory, y'all. That's what I think. Right? So all these people wasting, just like Elon says, don't worry about retirement. It's going to be, it's pointless if you're saving for retirement. Same thing with those. Don't spend your $30 million on a bunker. It's pointless.
Not only Michael Jackson is not dead.
Jack Crooner is like looking at him right now. Fast Michael can put some gas in the bike and flies down. Fast Michael can put some gas in the bike and flies down. I am not Michael Jackson, all right?
And I'm not Michael Jackson. Don't think I'm Michael Jackson.
So when people are declared dead and zipped into a body bag for 2 hours, and some EMT in the back of an ambulance decides, I'm going to see what happens if I unzip and shock, right? That's astounding. And when people come back from those experiences and say, I got to tell you what just happened, right? And it is beyond articulation and it shares so many threads in common. That's what we're asking. Like, how are we separate? How are you reporting things that happened in a room that your body was locked in? Where is consciousness? Like, where is it? Is it literally this entity that can float around? Like, I have a very hard time with that. And also when you speak to, like, you know, any educated hippie who will say there's a plane that I can tap into that many people cannot. And there is information in that plane the same way if you have bad hearing and you can't hear the radio if it's not turned up enough, they don't need it turned up as high, right? Like, and this is this notion we were just talking about, the infrasonic range. And I was like, fuck is that? Turns out it's a thing. And there are people who are more sensitive to sounds under 20 hertz. Like, this is news to me. I mean, maybe it was taught to me sometime, but I'm thinking, what does that mean for our conscious experience? There are people who are more sensitive, and you can say that literally, you can say it emotionally and conceptually. There is this variation in the human experience. And for some people, they will call it God. They will call it, this is my source. And other people will not. I mean, the thing that I always say is like, I don't really care what you call it. Like, if you drop something, it's going to drop at 9.8 feet per second. So like, that's it, you know? And that's kind of what you were talking about. It's not about belief. I don't have to believe in gravity. It just is, you know? And when people say like, oh, why do bad things happen to good people? I say, well, those are human words that you have human judgment on. You don't know the path of the larger universe. And the thought that also we would be, I'm not saying I don't have a God that cares, but those are also human concepts. Like, we're just anthropomorphizing the hell out of God, right? Like, that's like literally, that's what we do because we're meaning makers. And that's what our brain will do. I see a pattern, I see it, it's clicking together, it's going to make sense. I'm going to make it make sense. And then you become a fanatic and you try and make other people believe in your God. And like, that's also insane.
The president was shooting bombs overseas, yet I'm a bad guy because I've sang some rock and roll songs. And who's a bigger influence, the president or Marilyn Manson?
Do you know?
I'd like to think me, but I'm going to go with the president.
Do you know that the day that Columbine happened, the United States dropped more bombs on Kosovo than any other time during that war?
I do know that, and I think that that's really ironic, you know, that nobody said, well, maybe the president had an influence on this violent behavior. No, because that's not the way the media wants to take it and spin
Now it
and
is,
turn it
right?
into fear.
Can someone explain what's going on here? Someone's lying, and I don't know who it is, because every time I open this app, I am told that groceries are too expensive, gas prices are too high, that the prices of fast food are too high, and they've gone up 1,000,000% in the last 10 years, that it's too expensive to travel, that it's too expensive to do anything when you leave your home. On the other hand, whenever you do leave your house, anywhere you can think of that you can get in line to spend money, yeah, there's a line there. Doesn't matter where it is. Any fast food joint, any store, anywhere you go, there are people lining up, willingly handing out money to buy whatever it is. Airports, yeah, they're packed. Every plane's full. You go out on the road, there's traffic everywhere. Concerts, sold out. Every possible sporting event you can think of, yeah, it's sold out. From my personal point of view, I have multiple businesses that sell things to people that are not essential. And guess what? They've never done better. I sell retired Lego sets to people for a lot of money. And guess what? They fly off the shelves. I have a supplement business that is for golfers. Okay. It has never done better. I can't keep stuff in stock. As hard as I try, no matter how much I order, I continuously run out of stock. There are two prerequisites before you comment. Number one, if you say credit cards, that is a cop-out and that is not a good enough answer. And number two, if you say K-shaped economy, that is also a cop-out and not a good enough answer. I know people who buy things without credit cards, never used a credit card in their life, and people from every sort of economic class who are spending money like crazy. So again, tell me how, outside of those two things, somehow everyone can afford everything, yet somehow no one can afford anything.
I really wonder that, y'all. How it's Monday today. I can it's 10:30. I can go out at 1:00 today, just go for a drive. These freaking restaurants are already packed on a Monday. Packed. Target, packed. Walmart, packed. Grocery carts, full. Like, how are people doing it? I mean, how are people doing it? Right? I'm very good. I'm very frugal, very smart. I try to be, you know, sometimes I'm reckless with my money, right? I try not to go crazy. But there's people that are going crazy, y'all. How are they doing it? How are they driving these $80, $60, $70,000 vehicles? Brand new dealer plates on the back. How? And they're out driving on a Monday. They're not working. Like, how are they doing it, y'all? It's so crazy.
There's a whole lot more to this abruptly situation. Don't come for my neck. We've seen these patterns in the industry. I didn't even want to make this video. If you just listen to what I have to say, I'm sure you'll leave here agreeing with what I'm saying. Because a lot of different things have taken place over the last few months. We'll get to this in a minute. Really quickly, Oliver Tree and a YouTuber, Gatsby, died in a helicopter crash where two helicopters came together, and Oliver Tree was 32. I believe he is turning 33 very soon. But did you know Oliver Tree was a very new independent artist? He's not a new artist, but newly independent. We've seen many artists throughout this whole industry who go independent, then things happen afterwards. Not saying it did, definitely not, right? But just wait, it gets a whole lot crazier. So pay attention to these dates. Oliver Tree quits Atlantic Records, and by April 24th, he's independent. He drops a new album and also a documentary. So April 24th. Now let me show you a skit that Oliver Tree did himself and directed at the end of April while being independent from the industry. By the way, this is completely unrelated and irrelevant from the rest of the video. He did the skit, end of April, I think 29th, called Mr. That. And in this skit, Oliver was a police officer. And this guy with this mask on, this weirdo right here, was chasing around people like this. And all of the people that this dude were chasing would come to Oliver, the police, and ask for help from this guy. This part is insane. At the end of this video, you see that the guy, the weird guy, goes behind Patrick's rock and he disappears, almost like he got cast into the sea. Unrelated, what's the Bible say in regards to people messing with little ones? Better for them to be cast into the sea with a millstone tied around them. And if you want to go deeper, it'll be on YT. Sorry, I can't put it here.
Taking on a little bit more of, so you bought this Ed and Lorraine's house. Take me on the house that you bought and what you guys have done with it. I know there was like articles going around that you guys were doing, like you guys had turned it into a haunted Airbnb where people could go and stay.
It is essentially that. Yeah, we were approached by Ed and Lorraine Warren's family that they were going to sell the house, and we were the first people that they wanted to offer it to, and obviously we were fucking psyched about it. I mean, we have so much respect and love for their family and what they mean to the paranormal community. So I mean, to get to be a part of arguably the most prominent piece of paranormal history on earth, being the Annabelle doll in the Warren's house, is fucking awesome, dude. And we got the house like as is. Like, we have all their old clothes, all their old tape recordings. No. I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds of old recordings and letters from cases that never got turned into movies and TV shows and stuff like that. And it's so cool, man. I mean, the house itself, museum aside, is fucking terrifyingly haunted, but there's like such a warmth to it. Like, regardless of what they did and who they were and what they were around all the time, like, it still feels like such a cozy family home. So we've opened that up to the public to be able to be stayed in as an Airbnb.
Well, now, one thing, you have a theory about the moon, and we expect to be able to get observable facts about the moon fairly soon. What is your theory?
Well, it is by now rather more than a theory. 10 or 11 years ago, I stated to various scientists that the moon is not a piece of rock, but it is a plasma phenomenon, a cosmic plasma. And that this fact will eventually be confirmed. I made certain predictions which were already confirmed in 1958, and the situation now is coming close to a complete confirmation.
What will be the result if you're proved to be correct in your theories?
The result will be profound and decisive, because it will give proof that a complete reinvestigation of the laws of nature is necessary. Because if the moon is a plasma, no man will ever land on it. The soft landing attempts will all fail.
And look, bro, I thought, I'm going to say you something else right here. This is in a Chinese national park, this statue. Why does this statue exist? Why does that exist in a Chinese national park? I'm going to show you. You put this on this interview, you're going up. It's unreleased.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's unreleased because you waited a long time for this. Nah, now watch this, brother. Your head up. Now this photo is from a lady's trail camera in Oklahoma. I went and stood in the exact same spot, and whoever this is 3 feet taller than me and 2 feet wider than me. Pause. Gotta pause that one on insane. Whew. Watch this.
That's interesting.
Bro, it's a lot of things that take place on this earth. When I'm going to the Native American reservations, they tell you exactly what this is. Look at this right there. This is all unreleased, and you got my permission to post it. Because that first photo I took myself. When I seen them running, first thing I do, I'm reaching for the demonstration.
Trying to demonstrate, huh?
The white boy say, huh, shut up. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stop. Look, he ain't threatening me, but he got that rabbit and he moving very fast. Now you see that last photo? That's off a trail cam.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Who is that?
She look like King Kong.
Look like
Bigfoot.
King Kong right there, man.
Yeah, that's.
So where would they get the idea for Planet of the Apes? Where would they get the idea of Chewbacca in Star Wars?
Earth people have built these androids that fly their flying saucers out to reconnoiter outer Earth. There are tunnels throughout the Earth that have been discovered, probably built by the antediluvian people that were quite advanced in the sciences and technology. There are caverns that go all the way through the Earth. In 1829, a couple of Norwegian people, Olaf Jensen and his father Jens, were fishing up north of Franz Josef Land when they noticed a lead through the ice, and they followed this lead northeast of Franz Josef Land and accidentally found their way through the North Pole opening to the inner Earth. Olaf Jensen reported that there is one continent inside the Earth and one ocean. The ocean is small compared to the continent. I estimate the continent to be about 16,000 miles from one side to the other, and the inner ocean only about 3,000. So most of the inner surface is inhabitable. The vegetation grows like a paradise. Some of the apples that grow on the trees in the earth are as large as your head. The grapes were as the size of our oranges. The people there live to be up to 800 years old with no sickness or disease. They were met by a ship of inner earth and were taken in by them, and they lived among them for 2 years. And they learned their language, which he described as similar to Sanskrit, related to him that their god was Jehovah. Jehovah is the god of the ancient Israelites. These people inside the Hollow Earth have been living there for 2,500 years. Their capital city, which is built around the original lost Garden of Eden. And he described it on the highest mountain plateau of the inner continent, where the vegetation grew even more profusely. With the scientific advancement that they have, they're a couple of thousand years in advance than us. People that live in the Hollow Earth are not extraterrestrials. Most of them are from the lost tribes of Israel that migrated into the North Countries over 2,500 years ago and have just progressed faster than we have because they don't have wars and sickness like we have. My conclusion is that the inner Earth people have built these androids that fly their flying saucers out to reconnoiter outer Earth. They have two brains. One is computer chips, and the other one is a human-type brain. They communicate with telepathy. There's indications that our government has been knocking flying saucers out of the sky and back engineering these flying saucers and have been building them underground, and they have been abducting people to try to bioengineering on them.
This guy missed a flight to see his dying grandfather.
Damn.
And what he did afterwards costed him his life. So this happened January 1st, 2024 to this guy named Kyle Effinger, and he was like 30 years old at the time. So this day he was going to the airport and he was running late because he was gonna take a flight from Utah to Denver to go see his sick grandfather that was like basically about to die.
Mm-hmm.
He gets to the airport and he's super late, so he's like scrambling around trying to, see what's
Yeah.
up. He ends up finding out that his flight already departed. So he's super sick, and at this point you kind of see this guy just panicking to the next level. So he's just trying to see if he can get another flight, trying to see if just any way he would be able to just get on that flight or get on another one that would be leaving soon. And there was no other flights, so this guy was pretty much just he's running around the airport going all over just trying to find a way to get to a plane. He ends up going through this like exit door that led to the runway,
like where all the airplanes be at.
Where all the airplanes be at. So he got out there and he sees his plane. It's already taken off.
Ain't no way.
This dude literally goes super close to the plane and he gets too close and the thing sucks him into
the turbines. No way.
Yeah, chopped him up, bro. Immediately shredded him, and the plane I think ended up not taking off. One of the workers that were like, the guys that are out there doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
He ends up going over to see one of the turbines, and all they see is like bunch of meat in the turbine because it shredded this guy to nothing. So unfortunately, this guy lost his life trying to get to Denver to see his grandfather.
Dude, that's so sad.
Yeah,
bro.
so RIP this guy Kyle, man. I mean, it's just so unfortunate because you see in the footage, he's running around just trying to find any way to get on this plane, bro. So it's like the footage is insane.
Like I'm telling you boldly, interest rates
Are
will
going to go
drop
down. Yeah.
in the next 2 to 3 months max. So I will predict that interest rates will come down over the next, let's say, 2 months. Now, I might be wrong. It might be 3 months. So let me give me 3 months.
Okay. We'll give you
But
90
3
days.
months. Would you agree or disagree?
I think that they're going to have to, because otherwise things will collapse. And I think
That's
probably
that's what I'm thinking.
I'm with you. I think 25 basis points, maybe 50 basis points. But really, if we do see the credit market start to collapse and other issues, they're going to have to do more than that. It's going to have to come down greater than that. So here's a bold claim for you. You're going to see 50 to 30% down in the stock market in just a few days when all this plays out. And that could happen in the next 2-3 months.
That's a bold claim.
That's a lot of liquidity being sucked out of the system in a very short
People
period
get
of time.
rich.
I don't think there's anything going to get
Not
me
us.
in heaven. Okay, I really
This guy
don't.
is.
I think I'm not maybe heaven bound. I may be in heaven right now as we fly an Air Force One. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make heaven.
Well, there you have today's video, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed it, y'all. And just to let you guys know, I wanted Trump in there, y'all. I was one of those, right? Just saying. Just don't come get mad at me. I'm just calling it how I see it, right? But boy, do I see it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Another short one, y'all. I'm busy. I got to go get my car washed. Got to take some pictures and do some things with it. So, I had to get in here, get a quick one. I get tomorrow off. So hopefully by Wednesday, I'm caught up on everything and we can get back to our hour bankers. These past 3 videos have been, 40, 45-minute videos. But hey, it's better than nothing, right? It's better than nothing for your Monday. It's good for me. I got to start the Monday off right instead of not uploading. So I'm glad I got in here, got a quick video in with you guys. Playlist is going to pop up over here for you guys. You guys want to go down that rabbit hole? I got about 500 videos over there for you guys to go down. If not, YouTube's going to recommend something. I don't know what it is, but it's going to be something good. This is Segovia signing out of the Man Cave. I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Later.